I recently visited the world's greatest theme park. It's been a trip that I've wanted to do for many years, and earlier last week I got to go to Phantasialand, which genuinely is one of the world's greatest theme parks. It's so good. But what makes it so good? Well, it's just everything. It's got very good rides with high level attention to detail. Like, genuinely, you can't walk anywhere and not see something that's themed. I love this park. So on April 1st, we drove down to Stansted Airport, which was about a 3-hour drive. So it's not too bad. It is actually. I don't know why I said it's not too. Anyway, we got a Ryanair flight from Stansted down to Cologne. Got on a train, which took us to Cologne city centre. And from there, we got a tram down to Brühl. I think I'm saying that right. And then we just a 5-minute walk down to our hotel, which was the RS Hotel, I think. Yeah, genuinely very nice place. It looks very similar to England though. But the day finally arrived. April 2nd, we entered Phantasialand. It was raining, but genuinely, it is such a good park. There is nothing which I can fault. Operations, actually, I can fault them. However, the rides are very good. Genuinely, the theming and just everything. It's so good. Like, I want to go again, and I only just came back. Like, genuinely, it's so good. The rides, we started off the first day with Colorado Adventure, which is the park's Vekoma mine train. Genuinely surprised by that. It was very good. I've never done a ride like that. Well, I have. I've done El Diablo at Port Ventura, but this is so much better. Like, there's random moments of airtime. It's quick. Yeah, really surprised by it. And the main reason we did it is because everything else was closed because of the rain. We then went down to Taron, which is the ride that I've wanted to do for years. I genuinely, about 3 weeks before it opened, I saw a video of it test, and I knew for that moment that I wanted to ride it. And finally I got to take a ride on the very back row for the first one, and I still can't decide if I prefer it over Zadra or not. Like, it's so good. But yeah, while we walked up to Taron, I've never stepped into a world like that. Actually, I have, because we walked into Rookborough before, but it was closed. So while walking to Taron, you enter Klugheim, which is the themed area, and it seems smaller than I thought it did, but it's still so good. Like, you can't walk anywhere and not see rocks, buildings, track, anything. It's genuinely, I've never been more impressed with a themed area until another one, which will come up later. But I'll get on that in a minute. So after doing Taron, we went over to Black Mamba in the African area, and yeah, it was good. Definitely not anywhere near as good as Nemesis. Preferred it over Inferno though. Again, back row on the first ride. The station though, I need to talk about the station. I've never stepped in a better themed station ever. Even more so than Fly. Yeah, like, everything is, even the drop down floor is themed. What other park does that? It's probably my third favourite B&M after Nemesis and Shambhala. Yeah, very good ride. We did miss it on the second day though. We only did it twice. Mainly because there was other rides we didn't do the first day, and we decided just to skip it. But yeah, if we went back, I'm 100% going to do it again. It's very good, and it's more intense than I thought it was, actually. But there are some moments which are a little bit weak. Anyway, I need to talk about the next ride we did, which was Fly. Wow. In fact, if I've got the video, which I think I've still got it saved, I'll put my reaction to walking into Rookborough for the first time. Oh my god.
That sounded from here as well. Built in the atmosphere. It's gradual.
What? It's so good. So yeah, I've never been more impressed with an area. Like, I thought Taron was well themed. This is beyond different, and I don't know how anything's gonna top this. Like I've actually ruined other theme parks because of it. But yeah, we got in the queue. Wasn't too long. It took about 20 minutes for the first ride, and we got third row, I think. I've never been more blown away by a roller coaster in my life. And as much as it's not, I thought it was my number 1 after coming off. It's not really. I think it's either number 3 or number 4 now. But still, I've never been on a ride more impressive. Like, I can't describe it, but yeah, genuinely really impressed with Fly. I don't know how a Vekoma has managed to top multiple B&Ms, multiple Intamins, but it has. Yeah, I knew Vekoma. I've only done, I think, 3 now. Abyssus and the other one, Formula, and obviously now Fly. But if any other Vekomas are like that, they are onto a winner. They are genuinely very good. Even though I want to talk about Rockborough even more, I genuinely can't. Like, words do not describe that area. There isn't enough words in a dictionary to describe that area. It's so good. Go, please, just go. So yeah, on the first day we did a few more rides. One of the Windjazz ones, I can't remember which one it was because the other one was closed the first day. It was the one with the sort of seesaw thing. Yeah, very good. I enjoyed both the Windjazzes actually. Surprised by them because I don't really think a lot to what's it called, Spinball. I haven't done Dragon's Fury yet though, but I will be this year. So I'll be able to compare Windjazz to them. What else did we do? I can't think. Oh yes, Mouse. Yeah, it was a good ride. I wouldn't do it again. Yeah, nice. Well, is it well themed? It is well themed. It is well themed. It's just full of screens though. So there's not much I can say. But yeah, it was a good ride. It's definitely not my favourite dark ride I've done. But yeah, you do it if you're there, but don't do it again. So yeah, we went for 2 days there, and the second day we arrived and went straight to, what did we do first? We did Taron first, and we got a second to back row, which definitely wasn't as good as the back, but I genuinely love that ride. It's definitely the best ride experience there. No, that's wrong. It's definitely the best ride there, but not best ride experience because that goes to Fly. But yeah, Taron it's so good. Very cold though. My hands were freezing after, but it was a cold day. You can't really say anything. Then we went around the park, did a few more rides. Got on Fly because it was genuinely like walk on, sort of. We only waited like just before the station, by the lockers. What else do I have to say? We also did on the second day Chapas and River Quest. 2 very good rides. Never been on a more themed rapids, never been on a more themed log flume. Both of them were just so good, and definitely 2 of my favourite water rides, and they've beat Valhalla because that's not opening anytime soon, is it? Actually, I want to talk about Chapas a bit more. It opened like 2 hours before the end of the day because it was down for some reason. I don't know, which is a bit weird. Why would they open it for 2 hours and then close it? But they did, and I'm glad I got on it. It's very different to the rides we have in the UK, and that's sort of what the whole park is. Like in the UK we have a lot of scary, dark sort of themed rides, whereas in there's only like a few. Which reminds me, we did a ghost train there, Geisterrichke or whatever it is. Don't do it, please, just stay away. It's awful. Which goes beyond what I thought the park would have been. Like every other ride there is so well done, and then you get to that and it's sort of just, it's a bit disappointing really, isn't it? Yeah, during the second day as well we got a back row ride. No, we didn't. We got a second to back row ride on Fly. Yeah, definitely a very good coaster. It's gone down in my rankings since we first did it, but it's still so good. Like they've perfected the flying coaster more than B&M could, and I don't get how they've done it. We also got a front row ride on Taron, which is the best ride I've probably ever had on a coaster, besides Zadra on the back row. Like, I don't get how it does it, but on the second launch on the front, you get airtime on a launch. Like, you're out of your seat. I don't get it. It's so good. So in general, the park, I'm very impressed by. There's not much they do, which is a bad thing. Mainly operations, and by that I don't mean getting trains out. They were pretty good at that. It's mainly the rides keep going down, and I don't get what it is. And the queues were huge, and the queue time boards are never accurate. It said 10 minutes for Fly, and we waited about 50. It said 30 minutes for Terran, it was over an hour. Yeah, I don't get why they do that. But yeah, the rest of the park, very impressed by. Definitely take the trip out yourself. I know I've said it about 50 million times in this video, but it's more than worth it. Just go. Cool.